Aloha, Sylvan Bell coming live from Sacramento, California, June 2nd, 2016. I don't know, 12:30 in the afternoon. Perfect day to talk about sales. This should be video number 8 of People Sell How They Buy. So I'm going to change up the words a little bit. You object how you conflict. Okay? Just a little bit different, but I want you to think about something. Let's say that you're at a family gathering and there's a bunch of people hanging out and you're going back and forth and one of the family members says something, and because you don't want to rock the boat, you just like, I'm going to leave that alone. But this happens a lot in your life. It can happen at family gatherings. It can happen at work, wherever it is. So I'm gonna let you in on my life. When I interview salespeople, I ask them, how are you with conflict? And they might tell me, oh, I'm really good. Okay, and then I have them prove it to me in the job interview. And if they say, oh, I struggle with it, it's a red flag for me that they may have issues in the objection handling process. May, right? This is not an absolute. So if you're saying, Scott, but I do really good and this isn't, calm down, simmer down now, you're gonna be all right. This is just a sign, it's a potential thing. So people sell how they buy, your buying style is your selling style. How you deal with conflict is how you deal with objections. So if you really struggle with this and you really struggle with conflict with like somebody in the family or co-workers, it's a sign that you need to work on that. There's some ways to work on dealing with conflict. We'll get into that later. But this is like, the first thing is to recognize that you have a concern, that you have something that's not working out for you, okay? So your conflict style is how you're going to handle objections. If it's easy for you to go, oh, time out, you know what? That's absolutely crazy, Uncle Chuck. That's not how it is. No problem. But if you sit there, you're like, I don't want to say anything, because if I say something, then they might be mean to me. You're probably going to need a lot of help with your conflict style, okay? Just know, you know what? There's supposed to be a little bit of conflict. There's supposed to be some tension in a sales process. Watch any good movie where there's two people who don't get along. It's usually like partners, right? It could be police officers, could be somebody in the military, could be some guy meets some girl or some girl meets some guy, and they butt heads, and like all of a sudden then they get along. Same thing happens in the sales process. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes conflict's a good thing. But your conflict style is your objection style. And pay attention to this, because if you're really struggling, if there's a lot of hurt going on in your life, you just got broken up with, you lost something big, a car, a house, it's really easy for you to not want to be in the conflict mode. And I see this a lot when guys really don't want to deal with objections. Could be girls too. Guys or girls don't want to deal with objections. Sometimes it could be that there's a lot of hurt going on in life. So pay attention to these. These are all indicators. Once again, not an absolute. So your conflict style is how you typically deal with objections, okay? Now, if you could do a small favor for me, in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. That'd be fantastic. To the right or to left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+, why not even LinkedIn. Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.